where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Commanders and the Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Washington Commanders and the Denver Broncos. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones finding his target. It's Trey McBride. 9 yards to pick up there. That's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Jones, and that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Russell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw again. Russell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Alexander. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Russell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Russell. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. To throw on third down. Russell, he finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Russell, and that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Back to throw. Russell. Now he'll dump it. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Jones. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Russell. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Russell. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Off play action. Russell. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. Remember, Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out. A chance to atone.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing Jones. Open man, here's Foster. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Because to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Off the play fake. Jones. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound good. It sounds like counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Floyd. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So then now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Floyd. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Jones now on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Floyd looking middle, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Floyd got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. To throw on 2nd down. Floyd steps away. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On 3rd down, Floyd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harper.
Complete to number 6. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Floyd. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Floyd. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. Operating from the gun. Floyd.
On a slant, complete to Green. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commander's touchdown. But that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 24, Broncos 13.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for the Broncos chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people will call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. From the gun on third down, Floyd. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So the incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Washington going to send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Harper. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Jones, his throw incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a pass hauled in downfield.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the fumble recovery, Floyd. Green brings it in.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Pass complete to number 3. A gain of 14. And the Washington first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Floyd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
And he fires one incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down.
It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Mayberry. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put them a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this one is right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 38, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Up the middle they go. Mayberry. And he powers his way up past the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Floyd. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's going to have the connection to Foster.
Complete to number 13. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
Jones
6.
now to throw on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Foster.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Jones.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Right back to him on first down.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
On second down, Mayberry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Washington on third down.
A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on first down. Floyd. He's got Green.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Floyd. Incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. 2:12 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Jones throwing to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Jones pass to the sideline and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Mayberry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayberry.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Mayberry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Mayberry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 3rd down, Floyd. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now it's the Broncos' turn. Trailing in this one now. 45 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw is Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Jones pass. Incomplete from the contact. Sets up 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Now, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.